I've been reciting chop wood, carry water, and that's what we do in any role, and you got to figure out what's your version of chop wood, carry water. And is that, asking for X number of referrals? Is that, running a webinar series? Like, what does that mean for you? When people talk around sales, and usually what I've heard time and time again is the sales department is often thought of the wild, wild west of most companies. And in some cases that's super accurate, and in some cases not so much. And so really what we're often doing, I believe, is helping implement a process, build a playbook as it relates to the organization that we're working with. And there's no doubt in my mind that any team will function at a higher level with a really sound playbook that the entire team is well versed in. So Anthony, I guess my first question for you is, what do you think some of the keys are to, number one, developing a sales playbook and a sales leadership playbook? And how do you go about getting that implemented if somebody's not really got something yet and they've just been kind of pulling things together? So because those are things I see commonly. So I'd love to get your take on that.
Well, it's a good one. And as you know, Chris, we've worked with a lot of teams, so we get to see, and every team's a little different. I totally get that. And so part of it is getting to know the team, but there's lots of great examples in the world of what great teams look like. Great teams typically have a couple common themes. They're aligned on their objectives. They've decided, hey, we want this. And once the organization's goals are aligned, then how well are the players aligned and the culture aligned to get to that objective? And I think that's probably the first thing, is getting everybody's like mind share, or what Napoleon Hill really called what did he called? There was a name he had for that, where it was everybody got together and they were of like mind.
I'll text him and I'll ask him.
Well, I'll text him, and the term is slipping me right now, but it's like a brain trust or a group that comes together.
Like a mastermind?
Mastermind. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Mastermind. Good.
Yeah.
Mastermind group. And as we have a mastermind group, then it's like, okay, we now have like an objective. What's our plan or our structure to get there? And mutually agreeing on the structure for the organization and for the individuals. And I think it has to be for both. You look at a championship team, the Rams happen to be going to the Super Bowl. And, one of the things I know, Aaron Donald has worked his whole career hard on a very professional career for himself, and being in alignment with the Rams want to get done, and the owner of the Rams, like investing in that facility. There's really good, clear alignment all the way through that organization. Yeah. Now, once you have those goals and that alignment and you have a structure to support it, I think, what does our internal communication look like? And that all creates a really strong confidence and conviction of the team. And there's a sense that we have as human beings of belonging, and we're part of our tribe. It's really, really, I think, important. And I see that usually, and anytime I work with, that's the first thing I take on. How about you, Chris? What do you see that's outside or in or outside of that?
Well, so I'll comment on what Aaron Donald, you probably saw him in the game last weekend when the Rams really needed to pull it together defensively, and Aaron Donald pulling the team together on the sideline. And, you could see the conviction, you could see the consensus, you could see that everybody was aligned towards the common goal. And I've always loved it, when peers inside the group are taking on leadership responsibilities, and really, because a lot of people salespeople that you and I have worked with certainly have probably pushed back on their managers. Don't like being second guessed, don't like being micromanaged, all the things that we've all heard for years. But one guy or gal to another guy or gal saying, hey, what are you doing to perform so well? This is what I'm doing. You should try some of this. I think that is always going to be more commonly accepted. So if you can build a mastermind program or a mentorship program inside your organization, great. If you personally are working solo and you don't have a mastermind group or a mentor that you're counting on to just be able to air out what you think are the goals and you think are the alignment. That's a problem. And I would say one of the things that I see in regards to this, most owners of companies and most sales leaders would like to have clear alignment. They just get buried and busy. And I think that in the multitude of things for them to get to, that a lot of times the team suffers because there isn't the clarity of focus, right? So that causes people to wander, that causes people maybe to be confused. And, starting right with the activity level of, hey, what should I be doing day in, day out? I think, I've been reciting chop wood, carry water. And that's what we do in any role, and you got to figure out what's your version of chop wood, carry water. And is that, asking for X number of referrals? Is that, running a webinar series? Like, what does that mean for you? And if you or your team doesn't have clarity on what those activities are, what the chop wood, carry water regiment is for your group, it's going to lead to a lot of wandering, a lot of squandered time. And then you're probably always feeling a little bit behind the eight ball.